So the CPC exam layout. Now, I say CPC because most of the people that come to these review classes are preparing for the CPC. Some are preparing for AHIMA's CCSP, the physician-based exam that they have. Others might be taking the CPC-H. Is anyone here taking the H? Planning on it? Not next weekend, okay. So for the H, everything you're going to learn here will help you with that exam. However, you need to supplement this, and I normally recommend getting the AAPC study guide for the reimbursement knowledge that you need on that board exam, okay? But for the CPC or the CCSP, the physician-based board exams, you don't need to really know a lot of reimbursement stuff. It's about coding guidelines that they're testing you on, okay? So I'm going to talk a little bit about the CPC exam. It's 150 questions. It is 5 hours and 40 minutes now. Now, over the years, I've been doing this since 1999. They've changed how much time you've had. They've changed where you had to get a 70% in 3 sections. But as of today, you need to get a 70% overall for all 150 questions, okay? They all count the same. So those long op reports with 4 and 5 codes to look up are worth as much as a quickie medical terminology question, okay? So I'm going to teach you some techniques, so keep that in mind. I'm a very visual person, so a lot of my teaching methods come from how I taught me. This is basically what I did to cram, unfortunately I'm a procrastinator, thanks for moving, for studying the board exam, okay, for the board exam. So, and what I found is a lot of coders really, they like that. The visual method, resonates with them. So picture in your mind a Scantron form. Everyone's done those bubble forms, right? And I retook the exam a couple years ago, and it's literally 5 columns of 30 questions each, which is kind of cool because it's a 5-hour and 40-minute exam. So now you can start to think of some strategies, timing, because that's really what a lot of this is about, time management, okay? So you've got 5 columns. So picture that and picture ABCD, and your job is going to be to pick the best of the 4 possible answers. And I'm going to ask you that throughout the next 2 days. What's your job? To pick the best of the 4 possible answers. Don't overthink things. It's an exam. It's a multiple choice exam. It's not a real world. Here's a note, code it. All right, so keep that in mind. So 70% is what you need to pass. That means you can get 45 wrong and still pass. That's a lot. Honestly, give yourself a break, because what we do, a lot of coders are very type A, and we wanted really get that first one done and move on to the next one, and right? And it makes us feel better. But you don't want to do that. It's about time management. It's about quick, and getting those answers quickly. And if it's one that's really stumping you, just say to yourself, that's going to be one of my 45. Let it go. I have a 25% chance that I even got it right. Okay, and it's okay. And as everyone probably knows, you get 2 tries for the same fee. And I will let you know, not as a discouragement, but just as a heads up, that the 2012 exam has been especially challenging. I've been doing this since 1999. I know how people do. They'll watch my videos, they'll email me and tell me. And for whatever reason in 2012, if anyone didn't pass, they got a 68. Not a 64, all except for maybe 68. So I don't know what is about that, but I do know that the exam is harder, and I'm going to go over that, which I haven't done in years past, how to handle multiple code answers. So if you picture an exam question and then A, B, C, D, next to A, they've got 4 codes to look up. Next to B, 4 codes. Next to C, 4 codes. So it's not like just one code in each answer, it's multiple codes. And you can imagine how that's going to slow you down, okay? And I think they have a lot more of that than they've had in years past, based on feedback I'm getting from students who've already taken it, okay? Now, of course, I'm using 2013. I don't know what that exam is going to be like. So if any of you are planning on taking the exam in 2013, then maybe they've made it a little easier. We don't know. They don't share that information on how they make the tests or whatever. So I'm just letting you know how it's been in 2012, that if you don't pass the first time, you are not in the minority. It's happening to a lot of people. Okay, so if you have to take it twice, that's okay. That's what it's for. Okay?
Get more CPC exam tips, coding certification training, and CEU credits. Go to www.codingcertification.org.